Hey guys, so I just stopped selling lemonade just now at the flea market here in my town. So it is packed up in here. So I want to share this story time with you guys. So as y'all know, I sell lemonade. I sell them in the deli containers with syrups. I use syrups, Mona and Tarani syrups. I don't use fresh fruit or anything. And it's iced. So when I went to the flea market today, which I go to every Friday and Saturday, same old people was out there normally. But today it was a different person there. So when I pulled up to my normal spot, sorry, my son's in the background. But when I pulled up to my normal spot, there just so happened to be another lemonade vendor right beside me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna sell anything today. I could have moved. I wasn't about to move though, because that's like a really good spot. So, I continued to put my tent up, and I'm glad I did, because at first I was really nervous that I wasn't going to sell anything, and I did awesome today. Like, I did a normal, awesome day. I didn't really know, like, because I know every lemonade vendor doesn't sell their lemonade exactly the same, and, I just knew she sold lemonade because she had her banners up and stuff. So a lot of the info I got at first was from my customers. And that's one thing I want to let y'all know. Like, even if you have a lemonade vendor right beside you, like, don't worry, because especially if you have customers that are, loyal customers, like frequent customers that come to you, they're still going to come to you. Because I had a lot of my customers just skip right by her tent. They knew she was selling lemonade, but they went right up to me. They know what my lemonade tastes like, And they love it, so they keep coming to me. A lot of my customers just skipped right by her tent and came to me. A lot of my customers seen how much she was charging and came to me because she was charging more than me. She was charging $8. I charged $6 for a classic lemonade, 7 for flavors. And like I said, hers was 8. She sells hers in a pouch. She uses real fruit, and hers is ice. She sell them like in a cooler or whatever. I think that's how she sold it. I'm not sure. By the time I went up to her tent, like she was packing up and stuff, so I'm not sure if she had them in something. I'm pretty sure she did have them in something iced. But like the actual lemonade itself isn't sitting in ice, like mine. So her price is I feel like is reasonable. Is a really good price. And so, yeah, I had a lot of customers come up to my tent and was like, girl, what's going on? Like, why is there a lemonade vendor right next to you? Like, stuff like that. I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm not complaining because I'm still having business and stuff like that. And she ended up coming to my tent and ordering, like, and oh my God, from there, like, she is the sweetest person. I was like, oh my God, she's so sweet. She ordered a blue raspberry lemonade for me. I'm gonna skip over what I want to tell y'all that happened to me and her, but after that event happened, I'm getting ready to tell y'all, hold on, I ended up getting a lemonade from her too, but she actually just charged me $5, so that was awesome. She told me that, she said it's hot now. I was like, that's fine, 'cause I was gonna wait till I get home. So like I said, I assumed she had it in some kind of ice or something, so this is how I found out that she was actually selling it with fruit. Because my customers just told me she was selling them in pouches. They knew that much, but they didn't tell me that she actually had like real fruit, like real strawberries. And plus she only had 2 choices. It was either the regular lemonade or that lemonade. It was just strawberry. Like me, I had 6 different flavors and stuff like that. So that's why I said we both sell the same thing, but I sell a lot more. I do mine's different. And then in addition to her selling, but she sold I think she was selling like clothes and some other items that had nothing to do with lemonade. So she had a lot of people coming to her tent just for I think she was selling like clothes and stuff. So, yeah. But, yeah, so what happened to me and her, so she had her boyfriend with her most of the time, and I think he had to run to the store or something. So it was just her and her tent, and I was there with my son. But, this is when I was getting ready to start packing up and stuff. So I had my son in the car while I was, packing up and things. So, hold on. So we was packing up, and this guy he was so creepy, you guys. Like, he come from, like, behind. I think he went to her first, but when he came up to me, he come, like, from behind my tent, like, around where my money was at. And basically, he was trying to get something for free. I'm like, we're out here hustling, trying to make money. Like, we're not just gonna hand you something for free, dude. He come because I had my menu. I had a really big menu board. I had a small menu board. I had both of them down. But he was asking, if he could have something to drink. I was like, well, I'm out of ice. I'm like, if you want a lemonade without ice, then I can make you one. He said it was fine. So I was like, I showed him I had like the small version of my menu board around me. So I let him see that. And he was like, oh, I thought it was for free. I'm like, honey, nothing out here is for free. Like, we all out here trying to make $1. You know what I'm saying? And, so he proceeded to want to borrow money from me to get a lemonade. He was wanting to holler at me. And I already told him I had a husband. He continued to try to talk to me. And after a while, he got really annoying. Like, he wasn't scaring me or anything, because if he did try to do anything, like, there was so many witnesses. And I found out that he was doing the same thing to the lady beside me that was selling lemonade. He did the exact same thing to her. And he got left. And then when he left, like, somehow me and the girl that was selling lemonade, we had locked eyes, and we both was like, she was like, yeah, you too? He went to you too? I was like, yeah. And we got like a little chat about him, talking like this. That's crazy how, because he's not the only person I know out there that's trying to get something for free. But, you know, those beggars. But, he came back. Like, he came back over there where we was at. And he was starting to get really creepy. So I started to call my husband, who was working right down the road. So, I called him. The guy had already left my tent and went to the girl's tent again. And she said she offered to give him water for free, but she wasn't going to sell lemonade for free. And he didn't want the water. So me and her was like, well, he must not be thirsty then. So he was so creepy, you guys. But by the time my husband got there, he was gone. Like, he done walked down the street and everything. So my husband got there and he sat there with me for a while, you know, packing up stuff. We had to go back to work, but her boyfriend was on the way and things like that. And I was like, what in the world just happened? Like, that was crazy. Because the girl with the lemonade, she was like, girl, I had my scissors over here. I was like, me too, because I have scissors to cut down my menu board that I have up with zip ties and my banners and stuff. I keep my scissors and then the knife I use to cut the linens with. If I need it, it's right there. You know, keep them close to me or whatever. And it was crazy how we was both like on the same page. She was like, the girl with the lemonade, she was like, well, you would have thought we was best friends, because if it was just us two here, or she said if it was just us two here, and he did try something like with me, she said I would have had your back or something like that. It was so funny. But it was just crazy how you can make friends from doing this business, and it's just amazing how many people you meet, and, you know, dealing with the public. I mean, it is what it is. You have people that make your day, like, really, really, truly make your day. And you have people like the creepy guy that makes sure I ain't gonna say he made it bad, because like I say, he didn't bother. I mean, he bothered me, but he didn't, like, scare me or anything. Like, he didn't ruin my day. But, you know, people like that would do that. But I just want to make this video to share a little story time and let y'all know that just because y'all both selling lemonade or whatever it is you're selling, if somebody's right beside you selling the same thing, don't worry, honey. You're going to make some money. Like, we all there's enough out here for all of us to eat, okay? So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this little story time. I'm going to go because this is a very long video. So, thank y'all for watching.